Okay, I think we live right now. It should come up on the screen over here. Let me see. Let me go back. Okay, here we go. Yes, yes, yes. Hi everybody. There's nobody online yet, but I've been wanting to do this for a long time. Oh, know what that means? That's money, money, money. Okay, so this is Conversations After Dark. I wanted to start this because this is my swimsuit channel, and I just wanted to do something new because this is something different. I want to talk about everything. I want to talk about life, and this is my homeboy Louis. Yes, Louis is in the building. Okay, and we just here to have some conversations about after dark. Okay. So I just wanted to Louis, say hi to everybody.
Hey, hello everyone.
They're gonna start trickling in. They're gonna start trickling in. It's 9 o'clock, but I wanted to do it a little later. But I mean 9 o'clock is good, but we're gonna start doing this once every week. We're gonna have some conversations like I said after dark. And I want to just talk about everything. I have Grippy Grip here, Louis, because he's such a great guy. And just being a man, I'm a woman, I like to have the man perspective on things. And y'all can jump in anytime and tell me what y'all thoughts are. And I just have a few icebreaker questions that I want to ask Grippy Grip. Okay, you ready?
As always.
Are you nervous?
Never.
You're not? Okay. I don't know. But listen, feel free to ask me questions too. And I'm gonna have a few icebreaker questions because you seem a little nervous.
Feel free to ask me anything.
Okay, and I'm gonna flip it back to myself too. Don't you worry about it. But where's my okay. First question. Have you ever been in love?
Truly, I could say love is a question that's kind of difficult, only due to the fact that a lot of times we assume it's love because we may pursue someone to the degree that we think that we need them.
Mm-hmm.
So I said, as far as love goes, I've loved people.
Okay.
I think it's more about love people.
It don't sound like you've been in love. It don't sound like you've been in love.
No, but you know what it is that after a while, when you go back in your time and you mentally think about it, you say to yourself, was that love or just infatuated or just I wanted what I wanted? I'm an Aries, so sometimes it doesn't come off as being genuine. It's considered love, but just have the feeling that you need somebody around or you want to be with them.
Okay.
You may consider that love, but if something should happen to someone, then you would feel hurt. So you may consider that love, but being in love, like deeply passionate, you give your last for it.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I would consider real love. And to get my last for a person, I haven't been there yet.
Mm-hmm. Have you ever tried like Stop looking at me like that. Stop looking at me. Have you ever tried sex enhancement drugs? Like Viagra or anything else? Like, because I heard that it's amazing. Let me start with myself first for this question. Because we gonna bounce back and forth. I used to have an ex-boyfriend, let me tell you.
This is a love question. You've been in love.
Oh, we going back. Oh, I skipped over that.
Yes.
I skipped over that. Have I been in love? I don't think I have. To be honest, I don't think so. I haven't been in love. I don't think so. I think I've loved like where I want that love. I want to like start like I want that. Like I want that American dream. I want that love. But I don't think I've ever achieved it. Like where I'm with somebody forever and we doing the damn thing. Like you never know who you're gonna be with forever. But have I ever met anyone where we doing the damn thing and it's going on, it's ongoing, where I'm in love and I'm feeling like I want to be with them forever? I haven't gotten to that yet. I'm still searching for it.
One day.
For both of us. What you mean one day? For both of us.
Both of us.
Yeah. So next question. Have my little cocktail. Gotta have a cocktail in between. Have you ever had sex enhancement drugs? Have you ever tried Viagra? You can keep it real. Like, have you ever like took a half a pill? Have you ever tried it out? Or any, not even Viagra. Like they have those things that you can buy in the drugstore. Like, does it? Have you ever tried it? Does it make a difference?
I mean, to be honest with you, I'm in my mid-40s. I may look, younger than that.
Okay.
But due to the fact that I'm from the Caribbean, I'm from Antigua, and West Indies, the power is kind of different. So I never. It was not necessary. When things work, they work. So as long as they work, I don't think you should try dabble in stuff once it works.
Well, with myself, I've never had sex enhancement drugs. I don't think women take it, or they probably do the jelly or whatever, like to make it wet. I've never had to do that, but I know my ex-boyfriend. I know he's taken Viagra before. Just it's not because I was young though. It wasn't even like it was an old thing. But I heard that when a man takes Viagra, that it makes them like last for like ever, like a long time. And I think sometimes he took it without me knowing. Like he would tell me after the fact that he took it.
I mean, I feel like as long as the person that you into and that attraction you have with them is the real reason that you may go longer, because it's actually, I think it's more mental. When you're trying to satisfy someone, and you want them, it's not about you, then you may, be able to extend, the time. And also, I think as a man should know his stroke count.
His stroke count?
Yeah, stroke count. Because you go into situation, and men that are mature, at that level sexually, should know their stroke count. And I mean a stroke count as far as, all right, you're doing it. At some point, right? At some point, it's about to go. And then mentally, you got to know how many strokes you could do constantly before you finish.
Stroke count.
It's a stroke count. Stroke count is a real thing, and people that, when sex is normal to them and it's not, is more apparent, then they most likely control themselves and not be so quick to lose it.
Well, I think sometimes if you experience like juicy cooch or whatever, like sometimes that can make you just, you never experienced it where you had some juicy cooch and it made you just like, it was uncontrollable.
Realistically, I think everything is mental. I mean, the mind over the
That's
body.
True.
So if your mind is weak and you cannot, you never been there before, then it's going to be different.
Mm-hmm. Well, with me, like I was saying, I had an ex-boyfriend that used it, and I know there was sometimes he would be like going forever, like a long time. And I used to think something was different, but I didn't know until after the fact, like that he was taking these enhancement like drugs.
I think it's something that people should talk about, because
I don't think. Well, why would you talk about it? You're gonna make it seem like that. This is me all day,
so
every day.
How did you find out?
He told me afterwards. Then I was like,
told you afterwards. He should have never told you.
I don't know. I think.
What was the point of telling you afterwards?
I don't remember how it came about, how he told me, but I ended up figuring out that he told me verbally, but I don't know how. Like I remember him telling me. I think his father took Viagra because his father was like a Rolling Stone. So I remember him telling me like something like he took his father's. It was like a normal conversation. And then I wasn't like shocked, like, oh my God, he took Viagra. Like I remember like, that wonder. Like
so a guy would say he takes Viagra. Like, do women say a woman that has, enhanced body parts? They never tell you, well, I got my body done. They always try to seem like they're always in the gym.
But I think it depends on the type of relationship that you have. If you have like a close relationship and y'all like on some like best friend, lover type thing, like I think it could be something that'll be like, you know what, guess what? I took Viagra, it'll come up. Mm-hmm. Or like I've told guys certain things that I wouldn't tell other guys. Like I never got my body done, but I don't know how close I am depending on who I'm with. Like it might come up. Like if he asks me like, oh, did you ever get your breast done? I can't see if somebody asks me, I'm not gonna keep lying about it. I think I would tell a guy.
Being an honest person. You know?
Yeah, I'm honest about stuff. Like I don't think I would. I've never gotten it done, so I don't know if I did. Who knows? Maybe I might change my mind. Right now, I say I would tell. Like if somebody asks, I'm not going to broadcast it. But depending on the relationship. Okay, so nightstand or nightstand sex or long-term sex?
What's nightstand? Explain that.
One night stand or long-term
you
sex?
said
Nightstand. Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah,
one
sorry.
night stand?
I'm sorry to drink.
I mean, it's always best to be with somebody in a long-term situation, and it doesn't have to be a relationship. It can be understanding. A lot of times we understand that we have, like you probably have like 10 hats on. You do so much during the day, you know, and that being said, you might not have time to really put so much energy in a relationship. So with having understanding, you got to understand with someone and then still, you know, continually work and be able to be relieved at the time that you need it without it being all in relationship, because sometimes it takes so much energy from you when you're doing so many other things. Are you in one of those things?
One other thing.
Like, are you in a relationship, or are you in a one night stand thing, or are you in a understanding?
Well, what I prefer, I would definitely prefer like long-term sex. Like when I was younger, I don't think I cared about it. Like when you young, like do you really care about like? Oh, I think I did though when I was young. See, I always wanted that American dream, but I don't think I appreciated like sensual sex until now. Like I think when you're younger, you really don't know. Like you still kind of like testing the waters, knowing what you like. Like now at my age, I definitely want and enjoy sensual, like just something long term. And it's just
but listen, when you talk, you constantly say this American dream thing. What's this American dream? Is this a picket house fence and the children and that?
Yes.
I mean, so many of us say we want this thing, and is it just for you, or is it a show? Because so many people do it, and it's just they propped up there, and I'm not going to mention any names. A lot of celebrities propped up there, but they're still with the American dream that we may consider that they have. They're not 100% happy.
Well, I think it's different with me because you know how old I am. I'm getting up there. I don't want to say my age because I still look young. But I feel like if I was all about the image and having, just careless sex and different men and all kind of things, I would have already had the American dream if I really cared about an image. You know what I'm saying? So because I care more about the image and I really want something of substance, I would have already did that for the image purpose. Because a lot of people do it. I have friends that, I have one friend that they used to go through it. Like, I'm not friends with her anymore, so I can talk about it, because if she was watching, she would know I'm talking about her. But I remember there was times like he would be I remember one time he brought her to his next chick's house, and he claimed that it was his cousin he was going to spend the weekend with, like it was his cousin. But my homegirl looked around the house and she saw pictures up of him and the supposed cousin, like hugging, kissing, and then she was with her kids, and they was there to spend the whole weekend. And then he claimed that they were still on this cousin thing. Yeah, we cousins. But then after she left, the cousin called his phone and was like, I can't do this anymore. You got me pretending like I'm your cousin. So she heard the whole message. And then he revealed to her that that's not his cousin. That was his next woman. But why would you bring me to
that situation?
Her, yeah, and why would you put me in that situation? And my thing is this, but when we would go out to barbecues and I would go out with her and him, they would be like the best family. They would look like the American dream. Like they doing it. Like you would be like, oh my God, he's holding her bags, he's doing all of this. But meanwhile, it was just over the cousin girlfriend's house, spending the weekend.
It's a lot of facades.
But that's what I'm saying.
Put up them pictures, and that's sometimes a problem.
And that's what I'm saying. If I were like that and I wanted the fake American dream, I would have been married, tied down, locked down already on some fake thing. Like,
so what's your situation now? I mean, you're looking all lovely.
Why are you even? I thought we wasn't here. You trying to reverse this?
You're the host. I'm just along for the ride.
Anyway, so yeah, I have someone. I have someone. And what about you? Do you have somebody?
I'm working towards something.
You don't have nothing of substance. Do you have some potentials?
I'm working towards something.
Okay. So getting back to the sexual questions that I wanted to ask, like to break the ice, do you prefer swingers or do you prefer a threesome or monogamous? Threesome, swinger, or monogamous?
I would say monogamy. Only because, surprisingly, that one-on-one connection leads you to be able to do more. I'm not gonna go to great adventures and it's two women on my arm. It's only
But what about
one-way
sexually?
drive and a shotgun.
But what about sexually? Would you prefer monogamous, which is one-on-one swingers, or threesome?
Or
would you have that within a monogamous relationship?
In a monogamous relationship, you could dibble dabble every once in a while, invite somebody in, tell them to beat it, but not constantly, because I feel like you want to allow that person to understand that that they are entity in your life, not just something that that's frivolous. And it's important that people know that you cherish them. Regardless of.
You got some sentimental with you.
At times. Mm-hmm. At times, but you have to find the right person in which that you feel like you want to be able to explore and be able to communicate with them. Everything consistently has to do with communication. I know I don't want to really touch on it. I know like T.I. and Tiny situation, like maybe they the best of people because they understand one another. A lot of people may not be able to see that because they feel like, oh well, they got other people in the bedroom. Da 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 da. It's something that they talked about, something that two individuals could reach deep down and be honest with one another.
So are you open to that?
It's a hard question. It's hard questions, and sometimes the person that you deal with, have to be able to understand that we have hard questions.
Okay, but if you had the perfect woman and she was with whatever you wanted to do on some American coming to America, whatever you like, I'll do whatever you like. Like, would you be open to having a threesome swinger and just?
I would probably prefer a threesome because at the end of the day, I'm an Aries. I'm selfish, so we can do the swinger thing. We're not gonna do the swinger thing. We're gonna do the threesome thing, and hopefully she's with it and she likes females because I'm a lesbian.
Oh my God. Okay.
Hey.
Okay. Next question. Wait, I can answer that about my what would I want?
Yeah.
I want a monogamous relationship. Monogamous. But there's a but. But I wouldn't mind entertaining something like whatever. Like going to but it would have to be, if I was to entertain something like that, like a swinger, threesome, any type of activities like that, it would have to be like out of the country. It can't be here. It can't be
out of the country, or why you feel like out of the country is better? What?
No, because I feel like if I'm in a relationship with somebody, to be honest, to keep it real, if I'm in a relationship with somebody, like it would have to be like something that would be on occasion. Like, say what I'm saying? Like if it's your birthday, we could go away to like a nude beach, some kind of special resort, whatever. Like it would have to be something like out of the country where it's an event and it's a special day, New Year's Eve. Like I'm not doing that where you like, oh, it's Saturday, let's go, or it's Friday, let's go. No, it's not gonna be. It would only be for special events, and it would have to be out of the country. It's too close for comfort.
How many threesomes have you been involved in?
I've never had a threesome. Never.
Foursomes?
Never. Like, have I been? I've been to hedonism, like in Jamaica.
So you was a part of heathen?
I went to hedonism, and I only went because I was going with my friend. I have a homeboy that I was cool with, and he wanted to go because we had like a travel pass to go wherever. So he was like, "Come on, let's just go to Jamaica. Let's go to
I've
hedonism."
never been to hedonism. So over there, they have people fornicating with other people.
Yes, they definitely do in your face.
And you're watching.
I wasn't like glued to it. Like it was like, oh, first of all, you on there drinking. It's an all-inclusive resort. You're drinking. You just going around, and there's one part that's the nude part, and then there's one part that's the clothing part. The nude part is always sold out, but you could go over there even if you're not staying in that area. You could go over there. So I ventured over there.
You go over there and just look.
You go over there. You have to drop your clothes. Like you cannot go on that side and be clothed.
And then when you go over there, people just butt naked doing their thing.
They butt naked, but you got to go. When I went, it was an event. Like it was like strippers or something. So when I went, they did their stripper show. So then we went to a party. Then after the party, everybody was on the nude side. So I went over there because I was curious. I was staying in the clothing side. So I was like, oh, okay. And there was a security guard right there. And I remember him like, okay, you got to take your clothes off. You can't come over here. It's cold. So I was like, okay.
And you went in there? And they was just...
They was in there eating each other out. They was in there getting it in. The strippers.
Was it on the beach?
It was like where I went. It was a pool area. Then there was like a beach like right beside. You know how it would be set up in the resort. It was like the pool, and then the beach is like right behind it or right in front of it.
Seems scary.
It was kind of cool, to be honest. Like it was definitely a cool experience, and that was my first time going there. So it was kind of like a shock to my system. Like, oh wow, like. But I wasn't acting like that. I was like just with my drink, just looking around, like, oh, okay, she eating hot. Oh, they fucking. Oh, okay, okay. And then I went into the pool when I knew it was like they wasn't playing. I went into the pool, and when I stepped in there, like there was like people scattered around in the pool, and then I stepped into the pool, and it was almost like a sharks in there, and a piece of meat was thrown in. Because I remember like. I was just like in there by myself, and then all of a sudden I was surrounded by so many men.
And what you did? How did you get out that situation?
What?
You was like Mission Impossible or something?
No, because I remember that I met this guy that was on the resort. I met him, and then I remember he was like, I had met him before that, and he happened to be over there sitting down. I remember he came over there, and then he was like, yo, she's not like that. Like she's like back away. Like he stepped in.
Saved you?
He did. Because I was like...
You want to be saved. Don't save her.
Oh, please. He knew. That's why he stepped up. He was like, back up. Like, she's not into all of that. And they just scattered. But I remember them coming over like zombies. But that was like my only experience. Like, just something like...
I thought you just say zombies.
You know how they be like in a trance and it's like... You look up and it's like millions of them. And it's like, where do all these zombies come from? But I remember it being like that. Like, I just remember like... I don't know if it was the drinks where I didn't notice them, but I just remember looking up and it was like.
So now this hedonism place, because I'm intrigued. Are they younger, older, like? Because I've been to naked beaches, but it always seemed like just like really, really old people doing this.
No, but the thing with hedonism, you have to look. They have a calendar up, so you got to look at their calendar. So when I went and my homeboy wanted to go, of course he picked the all women strippers from DC. So it was all women from DC. So that means black. They was definitely black, all black women. It was all DC strippers. So he saw the calendar, saw like, let's go this weekend. So I was down with, I didn't care. And then when we went, that's just what it was. Like sometimes they have black male strippers event. They have gay events. They have like all kind of events. So you just got to make sure you don't want to go there and it's a gay event.
Yeah.
So
we don't want that.
Yeah, I don't want that either. So when you go, but there's regulars there. There's like, I remember one guy was like, looked like a doctor or lawyer. He stayed at hedonism where the waitresses knew him. Everybody was falling in line for this particular guy. Like everybody knew him. He was a cool white guy. But there's definitely regulars there all the time. Yeah, and the guy that I went with, he was definitely a regular. Like me and him don't speak anymore because I guess he started feeling away because he didn't know how it goes down when I'm around. So me and him don't speak anymore after that hedonism, like when I went to hedonism, because he wanted to go there, but he wasn't getting anybody. Nobody was like into him. So I guess he felt a ways that me being a newbie, it was like I was just like doing it. Like so But it was a cool. But that's what I'm saying. That's the only time I would partake in something like that. I'm not gonna just go out and just on a Saturday night going to a swingers club in New York. No, I'm not doing that.
I mean, I never did the research on it. I don't know about the swinging stuff.
I didn't do, but what I'm saying is hedonism is a swingers resort. That's a swingers resort, or you could do one-on-one. A guy actually came up to me and my new friend and was like, "Oh, would you be interested in swinging with me and my wife, or doing a four?" I don't know. He said swinging, but he was like, I was like, no, I wasn't into it.
Black? He was black.
He was white. It was a white guy and a white woman, and he wanted to swing. I told him no. I really didn't experience it. That's what I'm saying. I would, now that I'm like, I know what goes down there and I'm older.
Would you go back?
I would, because it was really a good time. Like, it really was a good time. But the only thing that when I went, it was raining hard. It was like raining so bad. The first day that I was telling you about, where everybody was eating each other out at the pool, and everybody was like doing them in the pool and on the side of the pool. The next day, it rained every day after that. So it's like I want to experience like how it is.
Days.
Yeah, on a regular day when it's sunny. They got like, instead of having beach chairs, there's mattresses everywhere on the beach.
Is it expensive?
No, it was cheap. Then when I went, that was like years ago, but it was cheap then. And then the thing about it, when it rains, they give you a voucher to come back on the days that it rains. I don't know no resorts that do that, where they give you a rain voucher. But I guess a lot of them do that. But it was a cool experience.
Right now, so.
Not the resorts are not closed. They just make you stay at the resort. Okay. But when you on hedonism, you don't go off the resort. They have their own. They actually have their own like boat, like booze cruise, where they go out. That's what I'm saying. They have their own little island where it wouldn't even matter if it's a pandemic there, because you stay on that resort even outside of a pandemic. You ain't going off hedonism because it's hopping over there.
Heard you.
Okay, what's my next question? Would you like dress up for sex? Role play? Do you do any kind? Would you entertain dressing up?
Dressing up. I mean, I'll put on a mask. Not like the masks that everybody wear now, but I put on some. You
want to dress up?
Mask. I put on Batman mask. Might be Kane from
That's boring.
But dressing up, as far as dressing up, like the leather chains and stuff like that. Like, how dress up do you want to go? We're not going to dress up. Like, what's that Usher song? Trading Places? We're not trading places.
But no, not trading places like be a woman. No, I'm saying like just dress up. Like role play. Would you role play?
Yeah. I could come as a cop.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. You said you're making it sound boring.
I could come as a gorilla.
Oh, okay.
I could come as an astronaut.
Okay.
I do that shit.
Oh, you do? Okay. I didn't know that. Okay, that's what I'm saying. You do. So you do dress up.
That's good.
You do dress up. Okay. Oh, okay. That's cool.
You dress up?
Yeah.
What you dress up as? Because I like to get to the facts.
I like to be like the dominatrix type. Like, I want to be like this. Like, I like the student. Like, the man's the student and I'm the teacher. Or like something where it's like, I like to be the authority figure, to be honest. Like, I'm a boss. So I do like to be the authority figure, but whatever it is, I like to be like the controller.
Obviously.
I like to be. Wow, is there something? Why you say that?
I mean, sometimes you might meet somebody you can't control. You ever been?
No, I don't. Excuse me. I don't be trying to. See, you making it seem like I'm trying to control a man. I'm not trying to control a man. What I'm saying is, when it comes to it, where you're not like, I like a man who is a boss. Like, I want it to be like him. Like, if anything happens, I know I got a protector by my side. Like, I don't got to worry about nothing. I love that. But that's why at times I want to be the one in control, because I like a man to control the majority of the time. But then there comes a time where you can be submissive in certain situations. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't always have to be you the man, you strong, you the man. No, I can be the authority figure when it comes to it in a sexual type way. So that's what I'm saying. That's why it would be cool to reverse those roles. Because I know what I like outside of the bedroom. And that's a man. Where y'all at? So that's why. But so you wouldn't do anything like you wouldn't dress up and no, I don't want you to think I'm disrespecting you. You wouldn't like if a woman likes you to dress up as like, like her. So they had that the TikTok thing.
Oh, when they switch up and all
You
that
sound, huh?
When they switch up and then he be her and she be him.
Yeah, like did you do the switch up challenge or whatever it's called where you turn the light?
No.
Okay, I'm just asking. So, why are you looking at me? Listen, there's a lot of. I know you're not one of them because I know you now for years, and I know you're not like into all of that like funny stuff. I know, but I'm just saying, some women are into that. Some women like being the like controller. I don't like being a controller like that. Like I don't want my man doing anything womanly in the bed. No, I don't like that at all. But
This is word. What was that word?
Pegging. Because I brought that up before. So I know he think I'm gonna bring that up again. I was trying to avoid it, but a lot of that's the trending thing now. Like a lot of women are pegging men.
And so for the ones that don't know what this word means, please elaborate on this word because it's something different.
Well, pegging is when a woman puts a strap on, and she is the domineering. Like she pegs a man. She basically gives it to him.
All right, she gives it to him
with the strap on.
Anal.
She gives him anal with the strap on. So that's called pegging. So I've been seeing a lot of it popped up. It was on the Breakfast Club recently about women pegging and stuff like that. It seems to be a lot of women and men are into that.
I mean, it borderlines for me a level of homosexuality when a woman believes that she could ride a gentleman, and it's just not something I think is. It could be someone else's forte, but that pagan stuff is very, very different, and the people that support that continue to support it. But
I don't like it. I think if I was in another world, I'm not even gonna lie, I would like to experience, but I would never experience it in this world. Like it would have to be something like stay in a fantasy because I would never want to deal with a man who enjoys something like that. I would never I can't have it both ways. Like would I like to experience it's like a woman, if a woman like I remember when I was little, I wanted to like Dad, men stand up on the I didn't know that there was okay, men stand up using the bathroom.
So what if
most women
it was two women? It would be called pagan?
No, because I think when you're lesbians, I think women when you're a lesbian from what I heard, they carry strap-ons. Sometimes they wear the strap on. They be
running around New York City.
Yes.
And they just pop it out.
They be having the strap on, or if you see a lot of this is what I heard because I have some lesbian friends. They carry the strap on in their bag.
Like a gun.
Like a gun, or there's some of them that wear it on them just in case if it's not a quickie.
Oh.
They wear the strap on.
Pop out.
Yeah, so lesbians use strap-ons. Well, I think that's regular. I don't know what kind of because I think when you're dealing with the hardcore.
Yeah, I would like you.
Butch lesbian.
Yeah, I would like you for a week. I know this is going on. I would love to hear you get a strap on. Walk to New York for a week just to feel like how I feel to be like.
I'm not doing. I shouldn't say ill because I'm not into strap-ons. I'm not.
No, I think you should wear it, put it on for a week, go to New York and see what you find. Because then you might feel like how does it be a man in New York?
No, that's not my thing though. That's not I'm not into you have to be a lesbian and like butch women, or you are a
Why
butch
gotta be a
woman.
butch woman?
Because butch women are the ones who are the manly
So
version.
a femme cannot.
They don't wear, a femme doesn't really wear the strap on. They like some of the femmes like the
I know
butch.
like how aggressive you are. I think you could do good at that.
See, now, come on now. I'm not into wearing strap-ons. I'm not into
No,
women.
but I mean, you're not into women, but I think like, I could see you walking through New York City, Broadway, and they'd be like, hey.
I would not wear, anyway, I would not wear a strap-on walking outside. I'm getting back
as an experiment.
No, but I'm not into that. Like, I'm not, if I were into women, then I would wear a strap-on. I'm not into women. I'm talking about,
positive.
I'm not into women.
Gotcha.
So that's what I'm saying. Women are into women. That's the lesbian thing. They do the strap-ons and stuff. I'm talking about pegging with a man.
Okay, yeah.
I'm not what I was trying to say about pegging. I'm not into pegging. I don't think so. But I'm just saying, would I like to experience, okay, how is it being a man with a penis?
But that's the reason I said walk through Broadway.
No.
But now you said that you ain't into that stuff?
No, I'm talking about sexual. No, first of all, I wouldn't want to peg a man because I think that is borderline, like, you gotta be gay. To me, if you pegging a man, you gay.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, that's what I'm saying. I could never do that because I could never go that way. But in my mind, where I like to, like, how is it like men doing it? Like, they just, I don't know. I can't have it both ways. It's just like, I don't know. But of course, I would never peg a man. That's not my thing. Because if he was to ever accept that, and then he's wanting to do that all the time, and then imagine you pegging him, and then like you just want to do it, y'all going with the flow, and then the next day he's like, come on,
shit.
Huh?
He bending over his shit.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Coming up. Place he just bent over.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Hey,
come on, can we do it again? Let's do that again. Like, no, I don't want that. Like, I would never want to open a can of worms. But would I be nosy to see, like, how would he?
So
but I would be so turned off.
Would you judge him?
Yes, I would judge him. That's what I'm saying. I would never even experience that with a man that I love or that I'm with, because we could never be together after that. I would probably do it on some fun stuff. Like, okay, let's have a good time, like, go with the flow, and it happens. The next day, it's over. Like, I can't look at you the same after that.
Like, bye.
Yeah, I can't look at you the same.
No,
like, you undercover, and then later on, I'm going to be looking for things. I'm going to be like, oh, what?
Yeah, you
like,
talking about you going out with Ron?
Yeah, I'm going to be thinking that you on a low with something, doing something out there, so I can't, Okay, so what's the most sex you ever had in one day?
You mean, when you say the most sex, the time range, or you talking about number of individuals?
The number of individuals. Did you ever have sex more than once with more than one woman?
Yeah. I've done that.
And how many times with different women? How many women within 24 hours?
It was multiple.
Can you give us a ballpark figure?
It's about 3.
I was different times? Were you all together?
I was really, going through something. Not. I mean, bam, next. You know.
So you just like had a revolving door that day?
It was like one of them days, one of them rainy days, and sometimes like as individuals, sometimes we just we have something that a dark place that you are. If you're in a dark place, you might go there. But it shouldn't be the norm. It's not nothing that you can say that you should be proud of. It's something that when you was dark,
you feel bad about it. At least you have a heart. Yeah, so I have never had more than one person in a day. Never.
You seem like you may be up for it. What you think?
No, because like I said, and I'll keep saying, like, I really want that whole like solid relationship, and that's why I've been like the way I am so long, because I haven't had, and I'm not gonna settle. So it's just like if I were doing like random, it would be like, okay, I don't care, and I'm not doing something in the meantime. Like, I'm not doing meantime sex. I'm not doing any of that. So it would have to be something of substance. So I can't see myself dealing with or having sex with multiple partners and actually wanting something of substance, because my mind has to be focused on one person in order to have, like, you know what I'm saying, something of substance. If I didn't want anything of substance, then I wouldn't care. I'll be all over the place.
Always about substance.
Yes.
Great.
Now, can you tell us about the best sex you ever had?
The best sex I ever had. I could go back and I was in my younger age, and it was a young lady I met, and randomly it was so funny because she did something that I never had done to me. You know?
Okay, what was that? Tell us.
She actually sucked my toes. Like, she's the first lady to ever suck my toes. And it was crazy because at the point I was at that level, if she was smart, she could have been like, get that checkbook, write me that check.
That's probably what women
It was
doing.
done. It was done. I mean, I never experienced the shit. So, you know, when you ever been somewhere and like you did everything, but then that one person brings some shit to the new to the table, and you're like, oh, when she did that, I was all in. And to be in that place again, to be so young and to be so unexperienced, it was just amazing.
So it was the main part of that was sucking your toes. Like, that's what.
Yeah, because you, like, you know, you have different body parts that people sometimes touch you, but you never been touched like that. So when she sucked the toes, it was just like, I never been touched there. So it was just like, wow.
So sucking toes, I gotta write that down. Sucking toes.
New level. You ever had your toes sucked?
I did when I was young. I remember somebody did that, and I do remember that. And I remember reading up on it that you do have like nerve endings in your toes, and it really is like a lot of like nerves in there that can make it like.
So now, if somebody sucked your toes, would you tell your girlfriend you got your toes sucked? I know, like, women talk and shit.
I used to brag about that, like, you ever got them toes sucked? Because I got my toes sucked. Like, I always would brag about that, but it was so long ago. Now it kind of just drifted off, and it's never, like, I never had my toes sucked.
So are they sucking toes regularly now? Like, is that a thing? Like,
I haven't never.
Because I know they're doing other stuff.
Yeah, I've never.
They're going way more than sucking toes now. So I don't know if they're doing, you know, toes might be like, you know, very basic. Like, oh, geez, on my toes, it was nothing. You know, because I hear a lot of other stuff going on nowadays.
I've never, like, I haven't had my toes sucked. That was when I was with my ex-boyfriend, like, years ago. And I've never experienced that now because first of all, I wear so many heels. I do get pedicures, but my toes can be a little bit, like, it's a little rough sometimes. So I'm a little self-conscious about it, but I do get pedicures to soften it up. Right. But I've been wearing heels all my life, so I get a little self-conscious
you
about
should,
it.
like, you know, and in the night, you know, normally you should get Vaseline, put on the sock, and go to sleep with that on.
You're giving me some points about my heart.
You know, the funny thing is, like, if you go to my Facebook page, I'm not gonna put that out there, but if you go there, it's always Grit with his toes out. And I can say I have some really nice toes. Maybe that's why she did it.
I have nice toes too, but like I said,
they're soft and, you know, not rough heels. Everything, because, you know, it's the heel. Like sometimes you meet somebody, you massage their feet, but when you get to the toes, it's good. We might have a corn, a bunion, hopefully not. When it gets to the heel is what you need to pay more attention to.
Okay, not the ball of the foot.
Yeah, the heel, you know, they've been doing some work. They got to concentrate on the heel. So that's what I said.
So what you say, you got to suck the heel?
No. I mean, when you're massaging the heel, when the foot is not taken care of, you can tell by the damage to the heel.
Oh no, my heel is good. It's not like rough.
No, I'm sorry, but if you want to, you know, I'm giving lessons to everyone. When you at nighttime, you have put Vaseline on your heel and sleep with a sock on. You know, to moisturize your heel. Your heel needs attention.
But they have those scrubber things too. I
know they like
I use that too, but
I do that. but you gotta. Everything is not just one technique.
I know.
Constant techniques will get you to that level you need to be. Yeah.
So you would recommend sucking a man's toes? Would you recommend that for me? Like,
you should be a advocate for toe sucking, and like
it did feel good. I'm not even gonna lie. I do remember when he used to suck my toe.
Because like you know, like sometimes you could dominate someone, but not be so aggressive. Like, you know, other stuff people doing, but sometimes it's little things. It's the little things that you make, you know, even like, you know, people even remember like how a woman or a man on your case would suck on your earlobe. Sometimes it's like subtle stuff. It doesn't have to be all magnified and, you know, crazy. It could be nice little gestures.
Mm-hmm. So do you suck her toes?
Did I suck her toes?
Not her in particular, like not her specifically.
Toes is nice.
Oh, okay, so you have. Okay.
I'm not against toe sucking.
Okay, so moving on to my next thing, like is that one of the things you would recommend? Like, how do you make a woman orgasm? Have an orgasm?
I mean, really.
Is it sucking toes or is it other things?
I mean, realistically, every woman is an individual. So with that being said, it's all about communication. Now, every woman that you speak to, you have to be, even before you enter the bedroom, I think like a man should come to a woman and say this, and this is what I think is important. We're gonna do this thing. Let's talk.
What?
Let's talk.
Before you have sex?
No. We're gonna go in this bedroom. When we're in the bedroom, let's talk. I wanna know what I'm doing good, what I'm doing.
You're not lying about that.
Let's talk. Don't be just there doing shit, throwing, you know, pots and pans at the wall and not know what's going on. Let's go in there, and while we in there, let's talk. You could tell me, no. Yes. Talk to me. Don't just be there like a mute, because we're here, we're trying to, you know, produce something. Production is done by communication. So if we're gonna go in there, don't be afraid to talk. You know, we're there, it's only us two. Communicate. It's like sometimes like
I think it has to be actually though, if you really with her. Though.
No, I mean like say we there, we're in the act of it. Some women like are right there, but then they be like, oh, I was right there, but you messed up later. I'm like, why you just ain't tell me that? You know, because if you're there with me, I'm gonna be like, yeah. Do not move. You better stay right there. Mm-hmm. And that's something that, you know, has to be able, because sometimes people go in there and don't want to talk about it. But when we're there, you could tell me where you want it, and I'll put it right there. But if you don't tell me, I can't. I want to know your body. So let me learn you.
I think that comes with age, though. Like as you get mature, like and you're more confident, then you can be like, listen, this is how I like it. Like this isn't working. Mm-hmm. I want this. Like you did this wrong. Like why you stop? Like I think that comes with confidence.
I mean, don't be like still at the same time positive reinforcement. Don't be like, yo, why you do that? Why you stop? Be like, it was great right there. Continue right there. Don't be like, yo, what the fuck? Why you move from there? Just be like, please, I like it over there. Can you please go back there? Like in the process, continually to give them positive reinforcement. Just like with anything. It's like you raising a child or you at work and you got employees, you know, like this boss lady. Constant reinforcement of positivity. Make me smile.
That's true. Because I might have this guy before. Well, he was my boyfriend. And he was like, when he used to do oral, he used to like chomp. Like, I don't know, like one of those, like, I don't know if you remember those machines, but I mean, it used to be like a chomp. And it was like painful. And I remember like after a while, like I was like
you wasn't even saying nothing. But
I didn't say anything at first. I was like, forget it. Like I don't even, like sometimes you just don't have patience.
But you could just been like, listen, less teeth. Less.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I was
like. That's what I'm saying. Like, but I mean, you could be like, please, you got me right there, but please, a little less teeth.
I did. That's what I'm saying. Eventually,
you don't listen?
No, that's what I was getting to. I did, and I made him amazing. After that,
you trained
I trained him, and I know after
and everything worked out.
I know the next woman is great. Like she's probably in love with him because I trained him.
Though, but maybe the chomping worked for his previous girlfriend.
I don't know how. There's no damn way. I don't know how. I don't think he was doing it. Well, there's no way. Maybe like you're right.
You never know. Yo,
You right? Maybe she did because
Chopper
I
was the
can't
judge of
see.
shit.
Because he thought he was doing the damn thing, and then it was just like, no, that's just too much. But I don't know for next, yeah. But now I'm older, I'm more confident with it. I'm like, okay, this is what I like. Like, stop. Like, we gotta do this, we gotta do that. I'm more confident now that I'm older, but before no. And what about porn?
What about
Do
porn?
you like watching porn or watching other sex?
I mean, porn is
Other people, live sex.
I mean, porn is cool. Like we go back to the same thing. I mean, porn by yourself is more like to learn your stroke count. As gentlemen, tell you if you're watching porn, don't just use porn just to look, just to get your thing off. Learn how your sex count. I mean, how your stroke count work. When you stroking yourself, goddamn. Learn what you able to do. Control the situation. Even like it could be like some good stuff going on. Don't just go crazy and just shoot up at the ceiling. Go ahead and learn your time. Learn your time and learn your rotations. And that's the time.
Oh,
like,
so that's how you work
practice.
on your minds, your
Exactly.
mind over matter.
Yes.
And you train your mind.
Train your mind to understand, like, oh, I'm almost there, but listen, oh, no. I'm going to wait, and then you become better at what you do. And that's just a tool, a visual tool.
That's some good pointers, yeah.
I mean,
okay.
Sometimes you can learn.
That's true. Me, I like porn. I watch it. But not.
What kind of porn is your favorite porn? What's your favorite porn? Midget porn?
Ew, no. I should say ew. I don't want a midget like eventually coming on.
No, there's like so many different porns. It's like, it's like lesbian porn, black on white porn, white on black porn, anal porn. Like I said, midget porn, big butts, big.
I think I like me. I personally like massages, so I like the whole surprise and the massage. I don't go to spas. Like I like it with my man doing it. Like I don't like going. That's what I'm saying. I love my back being touched. So I wouldn't want to be in a. I don't go to massage parlors, so that doesn't arouse. Like I don't want a stranger touching my back because it gotta go down. Like I want it with my significant other.
So you put in like Pornhub. You put in massage porn.
Massage fuck.
Yeah, that's it. See, I put in I put in big asses first, and then the second one I put in is like teacher. Like student teacher.
Oh, see, you like that role playing. I was just talking about that.
I like to put a student teacher. The teacher be over there acting, oh, Johnny, you mess up on these grades. How do we get this grade up? I'll show you how to get this grade up.
Okay, see, so you do like that authority type woman, boss type woman. That's what I'm saying. It's a time and a place for a man to be a man, and then a woman can be an authority. You know, she can show some authority.
Definitely.
So it is, yeah. But interesting conversations after dark. So I'm gonna keep it like short and sweet now because this was this wasn't that short. Usually I do my little clothing hauls and swimsuit hauls and it'd be like 5 minutes. But I wanted to spend some more time. I kind of wanted to just navigate different things, different topics, coming on, having conversations every now and then. So, but it was an interesting talk, like with the man's perspective. Especially you're a man, like you date, you do you don't like take, you don't have yourself in a box. Like you just exploring, you're living life. And I can appreciate that because so do I. And that's why I appreciate I'm always talking about my perspective, but it's good to have a man's perspective.
I mean, life is good. I think during this pandemic, for everyone who lost people, just understand those people are looking down at you, and at the same time, make sure that you're protecting yourself, and more importantly, no one can write this life for you. Write this life for yourself. And a lot of times we sit back and we try to fit in these people's boxes. Just go in your box. At the end of the day, you got to go to sleep with yourself. You got to be happy with yourself. You got to do what makes you happy. And please, if you need to, there's a lot of mental issues out there. If you're dealing with certain things, be able to reach out to people. You know, there's so many different avenues in which people have dysfunctional things going on, and you're not alone. I mean, I could say probably like 80% of the population is dealing with dysfunction. So it's not just you. You know, if you need to reach out to people, reach out to that person, reach out to your psychiatrist, your psychologist. They're there to help you, and as always, just try to be positive, keep God first in your life, even no matter what. You don't have to go to church. You can speak to him. He's there for you. And I'm not meaning to be religious, but just be spiritual.
And that was an awesome final thought. I don't think I can top that. And all I can say to add to that is live life. Life is short. And we only have one life to live, and you have to live it. And if that means having sex, do whatever you enjoy. Just be safe doing it so you can prolong your life. And you can be on here enjoying life for all that, it's worth. We're here for like approximately 100 years or more or less. And you have to enjoy every minute of it where you can. We all gonna have obstacles, but let's get over it. And if that's having sex, having conversations after dark, doing whatever it is that you enjoy. I enjoy this. I enjoy talking. I enjoy dressing up in bathing suits. I enjoy traveling. I'm doing it all. I'm not stopping, whether it's making money, anything. I love it all, and I'm going to explore different avenues. And this is one of the avenues that I'm going to explore. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the first episode. I'm definitely going to do some more, and it's going to get better. This is the first one, and make sure you subscribe. I'm going to hashtag this. I'm going to put some contact down below so then we can get this show on the road. We can get more people in the live. We can get after shows, and then we can just get this money too, some YouTube money. But I hope to see you guys again. I'm definitely going to do a swimsuit shimmying this week. And I'm going to see you guys again. And thank you so much, Grip Lewis, for coming on. And we will see you again. And thank you so much for your advice.
Thank you.
Toodles.
Take care, team.